Hello friends. Welcome to Anhad channel, where we simplify difficult concepts in finance, banking, insurance, economics, and fintech. Today we are going to discuss a topic which is how to make journal entries as per modern approach. Journal can be made by traditional approach of accounting also. But making it through modern approach is simpler and is very beneficial even for those students who are beginners in accounting. Journal entries as per modern approach is made using A, E, L, I and C method. According to it, all accounts used in accounting are classified into 5 categories, which are A, E, L, I and C. Let us know about these accounts. First is A or assets. Assets are the things owned by a business that provide future benefits, such as cash, bank balance, machinery, land, building, etc. They increase the economic value of the business. Second is E, or expenses or losses. Expenses are the costs incurred to run the business, such as rent, salary, electricity, etc. Losses are those expenses or reductions in value that do not provide any benefit. Third is L, or liabilities. Liabilities are the external obligations of a business that must be paid in the future, such as loans, creditors, etc. They represent the financial responsibilities of the business. Fourth is I, or income and gains. Income is the amount earned from business activities, such as sales, commission, interest, etc. Gains are additional profits that arise from non-regular business activities. And fifth account is C, or capital. Capital is the amount invested by the owner in the business. It represents the financial strength and initial investment of the business. Next, we divide the 5 accounts, A, E, L, I, C, into 2 groups. The first group is A and E, assets and expenses. The second group is L, I, and C, liabilities, income and capital. All accounts in the first group follow the same rule, and all accounts in the second group also follow the same rule. Let us now understand these rules for both the groups. Rule for group 1 is that when assets and expenses increase, they are debited, and when assets and expenses decrease, they are credited. Rule for group 2 is when liabilities, income, and capital increase, they are credited, and when liabilities, income, and capital decrease, they are debited. Let us suppose there is a transaction. Rajesh Trading Company started business with cash 50,000 rupees. Now we identify which accounts are involved out of the 5 categories. On observation, we find that the first account is cash. The second account is capital, because the business has started, and capital is the amount invested in the business. The cash account is an asset, and the second account is capital. After identification, we now need to apply the rules. The first account is cash account, which is an asset. Ask yourself, has cash come into the business or gone out? The answer is that cash has come into the business, which means asset has increased. According to the rule, when assets increase, they are debited. Now, consider the second account, which is capital. Ask yourself, has capital come into the business or gone out? The answer is that capital has come into the business, which means it has increased. According to the rule, when capital increases, it is credited. Let us now come to the format of a journal. A journal has 5 columns. Date, particulars, ledger folio written as L/F. Then there is debit amount and credit amount. In column 1 we write date of transaction. In column 2 we write particulars as to which account is debited and which is credited. We write it in 2 lines. In the first line, we write cash AC debited, and in the second line, capital AC. We do not write the full word account, instead, we write AC. The debit account is written first, and the credit account is written after that. The credit account is written starting with 2, and we do not write the word credit after it. So, the particulars will be written as cash account DR. And in the second line we write to capital account. Also note that we write debit as DR and credit as CR. Below it, we write a short explanation below it in brackets. This is called narration as to what happened in the transaction. It usually starts with the word being. If more details are available, such as voucher number, place of transaction, etc., they can also be included. In column 3 we write ledger folio. This depicts which is page number of the ledger. In the fourth and fifth columns, we write the amount. In the format. Under date column, we write 1st January 2020. Under particular, we write cash account debited to capital account. Under debit and credit amount, we write 50,000 each. Here we have taken a transaction in which only two accounts were involved, one debit and one credit. However, there are also transactions where more than two accounts are involved. A transaction that involves only two accounts is called a simple transaction, and a transaction that involves more than two accounts is called a compound transaction. Let us take an example of a compound transaction. Suppose business purchases raw material for cash 25,000 rupees and pays 1,000 as transportation for moving it from market to factory. So, the three accounts involved are 1. Cash account 26,000 rupees. 2. Raw material, goods purchased, account 25,000 rupees. 3. Transportation charges account 1,000 rupees. So, the transaction to be written in journal is raw material account debited 25,000 rupees. Transportation account debited 1,000 rupees. To cash account 26,000 rupees. Now, using these rules, let us understand 10 different type of journal entries step by step. Transaction 1. Business started with cash of 1 lakh rupees. Step 1. Identify the accounts. The first account is cash account, which is an asset. The second account is capital account, which represents capital. Step 2. Determine the effect. Cash is coming into the business, so cash is increasing. The owner's capital is also increasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an asset is debited. An increase in capital is credited. Journal entry. Cash account debit 1 lakh rupees. To capital account 1 lakh rupees. Transaction 2. Purchased furniture for cash worth 20,000 rupees. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Furniture account is an asset. Cash account is also an asset. Step 2. Determine the effect. Furniture is increasing. Cash is decreasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an asset is debited. A decrease in an asset is credited. Journal entry. Furniture account or purchase account debit 20,000 rupees. To cash account 20,000 rupees. Here, it is important to understand that at many places purchase account or sales account is written in given transaction. Since both of these involve goods, in purchase goods are coming in and in sales goods are going out. So we treat them only as goods or assets and they get accounting treatment of goods only. Transaction 3. Purchased goods for cash worth 15,000 rupees. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Purchases account is an expense. Cash account is an asset. Step 2. Determine the effect. The expense is increasing. Cash is decreasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in goods or purchase or assets account is debited. A decrease in cash or asset is credited. Journal entry. Purchases account debit 15,000 rupees. To cash account 15,000 rupees. Transaction 4. Sold goods for cash worth 25,000 rupees. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Cash account is an asset. Sales account is an asset. Step 2. Determine the effect. Cash is increasing. Goods are decreasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an asset is debited. An decrease in asset is credited. Journal entry. Cash account debit 25,000 rupees. To sales account 25,000 rupees. Transaction 5. Paid salary of 8,000 rupees in cash. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Salary account is an expense. Cash account is an asset. Step 2. Determine the effect. Salary expense is increasing. Cash is decreasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an expense is debited. A decrease in an asset is credited. Journal entry. Salary account debit 8,000 rupees. To cash account 8,000 rupees. Transaction 6. Paid rent of 5,000 rupees. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Rent account is an expense. Cash account is an asset. Step 2. Determine the effect. Rent expense is increasing. Cash is decreasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an expense is debited. A decrease in an asset is credited. Journal entry. Rent account debit 5,000 rupees. To cash account 5,000 rupees. Transaction 7. Deposited 30,000 rupee cash into the bank. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Bank account is an asset. Cash account is also an asset. Step 2. Determine the effect. The bank balance is increasing. Cash is decreasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an asset is debited. A decrease in an asset is credited. Journal entry. Bank account debit 30,000 rupees. To cash account 30,000 rupees. Transaction 8. Purchased goods on credit from Ram for 12,000 rupees. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Purchases account is an expense. Ram's account represents a liability. Step 2. Determine the effect. The expense is increasing. The liability is increasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an expense is debited. An increase in a liability is credited. Journal entry. Purchases account debit 12,000 rupees. To Ram account 12,000 rupees. Transaction 9. Received commission of 3,000 rupees. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Cash account is an asset. Commission account is an income. Step 2. Determine the effect. Cash is increasing. Income is increasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an asset is debited. An increase in income is credited. Journal entry. Cash account debit 3,000 rupees. To commission account 3,000 rupees. Transaction 10. Paid an electricity bill of 2,500 rupees. Step 1. Identify the accounts. Electricity expense account is an expense. Cash account is an asset. Step 2. Determine the effect. The expense is increasing. Cash is decreasing. Step 3. Apply the rule. An increase in an expense is debited. A decrease in an asset is credited. Journal entry. Electricity expense account debit 2,500 rupees. To cash account 2,500 rupees. These were 10 important journal entries explained using the modern ALIC method. Friends, with this we come to the end of today's session on making journal through modern method of accounting. As earlier said, these transactions can be converted into journal using traditional method too. It will give the same results. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. On this channel, we regularly upload educational content on accounting, financial economics, finance, banking, insurance, financial crime, GST, income tax, fintech, management, and investment management in a simple and easy to understand manner. Many of these videos are in Hindi language. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you receive notifications whenever we upload a new video. Thank you for your support. See you in the next video with another interesting and informative topic. Till then, bye and take care.